titles and, want to be the top man, and they putting themselves over Yahushua.
Hold on, which one did you just read? It's from New Testament, right?
Come on, this is Luke 20.
Okay, I got one too.
All right, got it.
Let me get one. Okay, come on. This is Job chapter 32, verse 21. Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man.
Mm-hmm.
For I know not to give flattering titles, in so doing my Maker would soon take me away. I mean, I want to say I got that one from, it's from the scriptures, but I saw the video that Elder Apostle Gabar made, and he had that one. I was just like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah, that's cold.
Hey, man, and listen, and then on the website, it's got a picture of him, and it has John 14 and 16. I don't know if this was done before or after he died. It says John 14 and 16, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. And it's a picture right under him. It's like
it's so hypocritical.
It's like you cutting your own self, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to make himself. He's making himself a deity.
Right. Well, he already did that with the dog. And I mean, I don't personally have, I've never met the man, whatever. I mean,
I don't have a personal thing, but it's just facts. When you look at it, this is what you're supposed to do, but you're doing everything opposite.
I don't see how anybody could have ever believed that, though.
Right. Because at the same time, these still women go to this Christian church, and they get these mega churches and get all this fun. That's what seemed like.
I would give the nigga woman more credit that's in the Christian church though than believing that a man on earth is the God sent comforter though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think most Christian women would be like, nah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? They might stay, but they would probably say I don't believe that. But this dude, ICGJC they're a pretty big organization. I actually want to learn more about what their teachings are. Actually, they got a space, church teachings, just because I want to see how much they're going off.
That's the spirit.
I want to see how much they're going off.
Because like the apostles and them know, because they grew up, they seen them for years on years,
Mm-hmm. So it's like. Hey, and actually one of the first, maybe not the first, but when I was first kind of learning the truth, I remember seeing a video clip of Tazadaki talking to what's the white boys that go around on bikes?
The missionaries, the Mormons.
I guess they're Mormons, yeah. They was trying to basically, give him information, and he was just cutting them. I was like, okay, I didn't really know who he was at the time, but I knew he was an Israelite. But he was cutting the hell out of them and sent them on their way. But he in the spirit world, and we ain't gonna see him till the kingdom. I'm sure.
Because he's not gonna come back as a baby like how we done.
Right.
Most High forbid it take that long that he come back.
Right. So we'll see him in the kingdom and be like, oh, you thought you was a constant coming.
This one's Matthew 7 and 15. Well, I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start at 13. Matthew 7 and 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." And the brother just said that ICGJC is a large organization, and there's all these different avenues where you can be misled, It's easy for you because there's so many options to be misled, And then, but the truth, the actual raw, unsaturated truth is hard to come by,
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, right? Like, he could be a nice person, whatever. He's teaching you about Israel. He's teaching you a lot, right? But at the same time, why is there a 30% tithes?
Right.
Why are you living like this while we're living like this? And why and things are not adding up. You're being exposed. For in the false prophets and being exposed as a false prophet.
I mean, it's wicked as hell for us to know we're Israel, and you gotta have the leader of an organization, and for them to be getting over on the members of your organization. Like Jake already is in distress.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Jake is already under the curses.
God. I mean, whether or not I or us believe he deserved it anyway, it really don't matter. And the Most High took him out. Although, just me speaking personally for myself, that nigga did deserve it.
He did deserve it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, we're talking about this and it's just recent because we're like, oh, dang,
Mm-hmm.
He did, the Most High took him out. But, at the same time, it's raw. You had to be taken out.
Right.
All these 2/3, oh, man, you should have,
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you deserve it. You was being wicked. You didn't want to turn back to the Lord. Right?
Right. Didn't want to repent for blasphemy.
God.
That's what you get.
You got to be, with these same 2/3, you got to treat them like Esau.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to make it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like, this brother, if I was going to say, oh, I'm Yahweh Shai, this brother might just kill me.
I wouldn't kill you, but I did actually would talk to him. I'm deleting the number. I'm like, yo, this guy. I mean, because that's, hopefully he would do the same thing with me. I know he would. But, come on now. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And look, we're looking at somebody that made himself into a deity and has a following behind him.
Right. I don't see how you could have got all them people to believe that. But that lets you. Hey, well,
think about it. He had Ariana on his side.
Right.
So it's like the ones that there's people that really believed in Ariana that see Ariana following him. Now,
Yeah. Yeah, but.
And think about it now. You see how they got him on the website like that. If this place was to continue, they could keep going on and bring this legend all the way until the only way that he was convicted was on a YouTube video. It's like all conspiracy theory, all that he was. People are like still hyping him up. And then that truth fades away. It says truth felon.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he hath spoken a thing, I, Yahweh, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel.
Ooh.
Point blank period.
Because like the brother said, he was cutting these Mormons,
Mm-hmm.
And he knew the prophecies. At least he knew some of them.
Right.
Right.
And I know, obviously he came out of One West, just going off of what they wrote about him, we know clearly they was really veering from the doctrine of One West that he learned. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Because at One West, they had the names of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. That's a major thing. When you take away the names,
right,
then that spirit is draining from you at a rapid pace.
Right.
I got a precept, or I'll finish this one.
Okay.
It says, because Matthew 7:14, Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Right? Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Right? Right, and that's really the point right there. So, that ICGJC might as well consider yourself done. You know, he took out. That's like a military move. You wanna destroy a nation's army, you take out the generals.
Right.
You know,
it kills their morale.
Exactly.
Like Iran when they killed, I think it was a top general, right, or something like that.
Soleimani,
yeah. Hey, the people in Iran was heated about that. There you go. Hey, and the Most High, really, I bet you he don't gotta do anything else for ICGJC to fall apart.
Exactly.
It's over.
That's really it. That's what it was all based around. This one
guy.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of fruit,
and
I know we about to get off this topic.
Shalakia.
So go ahead.
And dang, Salaki went away. Maybe yours is more important.
No, I was just gonna say before when we first started to go out, with the other brother I used to teach with, we ran into ICGJC. We was out there teaching. They came by. They were walking by, because I've never seen them teach ever. Ever in any city I've been in or whatever and seen them, I never seen them teach. I just always see them walking. Anyway, they were walking by. We saluted them. We was happy to see other Israelites. Because we don't really see that in this city. And they kind of grilled us. One of them took our picture, and they kept it moving. And at that point, I proceeded to make a joke about Tazadakia, because the other brother, he didn't really know about ICGJC. He just thought, oh, it's one of the Israelites. But I kind of known a little bit of how ICGJC how they just, I don't know, it's weird. No offense, but they do some weird stuff. They took a picture of us, and then I was like, oh, so you gonna take a picture? We saluted y'all. Y'all gonna take a picture? Then I proceeded to make a joke about Tazadakia. They grilled me and they kept going, but hey, that's it. But that's their fruit. Like they're taking pictures. I mean, to me, that's some government agent shit.
There was I have one too. When I think it might have been the first time I went out to camp, or the second time. Like I would go out. It was like on a Wednesday, whatever, and there was 3, and now I believe that they were ICGJC. They had the turbans all the way down to what they call it.
It was kind of like brownish and white. They wore white, and it was kind of like, it looked kind of brownish.
Yeah, I remember they had a lot of white on, the turbans mostly, and they walked in. There was basically told me, it's like, who said that you could teach or something like that, and then I brought out the go out into the highways and the hedges, right? Matthew 19:22, I believe, and what's it called? They took a picture of me. Yeah, that's why I'm putting it together. Like they took a picture of me, and then they walked off. Like I was like trying to talk about Yahweh Shem outside, but they didn't want it. Like they didn't want to talk. They just wanted to keep going. And I saw them again, and like a couple weeks later,
it was this color garment.
Gone. It was looking just like that.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
And they just every time they act like these people in the streets that be scared of you. They be walking on the other side of the road.
And I guess maybe it's like, okay, you don't have no fellowship with no other Israelite group, Maybe that's part of their, their program or whatever. But either way, like,
how you even gonna like what? So what's the point of your church if you're not gonna discuss the doctrine?
right? And they don't teach.
Exactly where they at.
Have you ever seen them teach in Fayetteville? I haven't. But there used to be a ICGJC like building here or something. Because if you Google it, it'll come up. But like, I mean, through all my life, I've only seen them walk. Walk a little bit or whatever, and I've never seen them actually teach. What's the point of walking? Who are you trying to even gather? Are they talking to people as they walk? I don't see.
They taking pictures.
Right, fans taking pictures. Yeah, man. So.
Hey, that's over and done with. Even Apostle Tahar said that like a couple years back, the IUIC is done with. So we just gonna see how that goes.
It does seem like that. It seems like every 501c3 Israelite organization is done. Because I don't see ISUPK put up videos no more. Like, I used to, I mean, if you've known about the truth for a while, you probably came up watching ISUPK, Zabak, all of them. I don't see ISUPK no more. I don't see IUIC videos. Do you?
No.
They don't, because they should still pop up in suggestions, even if you're not subscribed to them. I don't know. It's like the Most High is really doing the cleaning.
This is Matthew 12:30. It says, "He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me," right, with the truth, scattereth abroad. Another scripture. Oh, the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh. This is Luke 19:27. It says, "But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them,